Welcome to Provo, Utah, Lavelle Edwards Stadium at altitude. Altitude that's been piloted by the likes of Young, McMahon, and Detmer, and home to the BYU Cougars. We have a top 25 class between two of the best teams in the sport, and both hoping to enhance their postseason resume. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Volunteers will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Proctor. Gets it out to the 33 before he goes out of bounds. First down here for the offense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. BYU lines up quickly. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You're the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Third and short from the 49. Is this four-down territory? Gets it out quickly. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. This BYU offense set up with another first down. They'll try the run. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on.
Unleashes one deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21. 9th play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a third down. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Quarterback will keep it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Handoff to the single back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Able to fight his way ahead for a pickup of 4, but they're still left with a 4th and 2. BYU right back to the line. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Trying to punch it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. Pulled down for the tackle.
Decision coming up here. I'm kicking a field goal, though, David. First drive of the game, you want to pay it off and just put some points up on it.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougar!
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll run it from the gun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs.
Fires the pass. Intercepted. Looking for more room. Touchdown, BYU. How about that D coming up with a play like that? What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that.
Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Oh, look out! And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown ball!
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Proctor. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. There wasn't wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And, David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it up? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Back to throw. It's Watt. Floating away. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Fourth down coming up.
Here we go with the run on fourth down. At the 35, he's got room. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
BYU 14, Tennessee 7.
The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Now he's going to break the pocket. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
This D coordinator, man, he will take sacks any way he can get them. They weren't able to get it right off the bat, but tremendous job pursuing. Nice speed. Everybody keeping their eye on the QB. They're able to force him out of bounds to create that negative play.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. It's a flea flicker. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Give to the running back.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to pass, it's Daniels. Dances away from the heat. He's got an open man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They get him on the ground. A 6-yard run in the red zone down to the 11.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
And the balls are rolling down the field. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers! Lining up for the PAT. And it's perfect. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Proctor. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
BYU Cougars will take over. First and 10.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Looking downfield, it's Watt. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
It's just incredible. You see the arm talent in that last throw. The quarterback position is the hardest position to play in team sports. The fact that this guy is right out of high school and somehow in the conversation to win the Heisman Trophy, that's one of the best stories right now in all of sports.
Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23. He now has 61 yards rushing, and what a season he's putting together, well on his way to a 1,500-yard campaign. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. Just going to keep it after the snap. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Man, listen, we know this QB wants to take off. 4th down, go time, got to make a play. Defense locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
1st and 10, the whole menu open. You can run the football. You can do whatever you want. You can tell they call a pass. He does a really good job in the pocket, just being a great athlete. Scramble outside, go get another first down.
And that pass picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
That's one thing about this defense. They've got some dudes in the back end that can cover, and they can hang with some of these intended targets. Nice job swatting that one away.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Deep shot for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you got to stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Back to pass, it's Daniels. They're working that left side, and he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard, and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the play.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. He wants to throw. They're trying to get to it.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Trying to find his man on first down. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He lobs one high down the left side. And that pass intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers, because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He's going to pass. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. BYU about to kick it off to open the second half. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened here.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the 1st down. Well, they just drained all. It's out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Volunteers will line it up on 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. This crowd knows when to bring it. On the move. Obliterates him, still on the move. Touchdown, Tennessee. And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half.
And I would use this as a part of my offense, too. When I got a guy like this, I can do the design quarterback runs with, and he can make 10 yards look like it's nothing. I mean, just chews up dirt quickly and gets in the end zone.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Michigan is currently ahead in this one in a jam-packed big house, but it's been close so far. They're up by 7 over Penn State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get louder.
They'll run it to the right. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down. Give him 88 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. On the ground, it's Dalton. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Watt. He's got it. At the 45, on his way. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
And, man, this QB has delivered all all year long, all the hype coming in as a freshman. Like, will he get on the field? Not only does he get on the field, now we're talking late in the season about being a true freshman quarterback, possibly winning a Heisman. You talk about a guy that has handled every moment and embraced it and excelled. This guy has been phenomenal.
Late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, BYU. No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Using his feet. And they get him down.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
Tennessee, 21.
Oh, right through his fingers. He muffed it. On the move from inside his 5. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The offense set for a first down play. The give to the back. And he finds no running room at all, and the third quarter is over. Maybe more open spaces coming in the fourth.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, BYU 23, Tennessee 21.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Wants to throw. It's Daniels. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Vols are on the move. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. Makes his connection. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Calls his own number. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try.
Touchdown ball! They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the 4th. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Late in the game, a lot about execution, right? The quarterback has to understand situational awareness, has to understand it. First of all, he does a great job of scrambling, but then the understanding part we're talking about clicks in. Does a great job getting the first down and getting out of bounds.
And the Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Going up top on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And imagine the defense in this scenario, right? You're up by one possession. You need to get to the quarterback. You've got to affect him. You're going to blitz or you're going to try to win one-on-one up front. They did it that time, hit him, and forced the incomplete.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback keeper. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. The completion well past the sticks. Touchdown Cougars. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Leading by 1, they'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. Now on the move. He's not going to make it. Still a 1-point game here in the fourth. They hope to push this edge out to a field goal. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Quarterback now breaking the field. At the 35, he's loose. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Coming after him. Makes the grab on the left. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
Man, that could save the game because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
Unloads it left. He's got it. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
This is what you do in the backyard. You never do it in the middle of the game. It's always final drive, clock winding, got to have a score. Offense down 1 possession. Tackle is made after the first down. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Already in prime field goal position, but they would love to score a touchdown to take the lead. Trying to barge in. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
That could not have gone any worse. This offense set up Palmer at the 1, going the wrong direction, man.
Yeah, it's way harder to score touchdowns from this area of the field because you can't throw into the end zone so easily. That was a golden opportunity. They got to come up with something positive here.
The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play.
Timeout, BYU.
Now second and goal and right in the teeth of this noise. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. Nerves of steel right down the boulevard on the game-winning